Okay, this is Guy Lone Eagle with Renewable Wisdom Trails, Library and Cosmology. And today we're going to venture into a little bit different area. We're going to work with a teaching we call the 9 functions. And previously it was called the 9 faces, and you can use the teaching interchangeably, depending on what you're doing. It's a rather heady experience, and let's start off with a little bit of understanding. So in our work, we ran across many divination systems, many cultural systems, many religious systems, many structural government systems, including the economy and so forth. And, we were flushing out what the commons were amongst all these different systems. And what we learned that most people use different numbering systems. We prefer 0 to 9 or 0 to 13, but a lot of people work with 12s. And other set of numbers. But basically we found that cultural norms break down their deities or their influencers in different ways. So in Christianity, the main influencers are the Archangels. In the Southwest, we ran across the Kachinas being the influencers. In tarot cards, it was the Major Arcana. In astrology, there's 12 houses that are influencers. I can go on and on, but those are some of the major ones that are out there. Some use 12, some use more. We decided to stick with 10. So if you go 0 to 9, you have 10 positions. And what we decided that we needed to do was reduce down to a function which each one of these deities performed. So what was the function in the natural world where it wasn't culturized by a certain human occupation, or it wasn't commercialized, or it wasn't created a religion out of it, although that's the common one, is to create a religion. Anything that you don't understand is usually a religion in modern day libraries and taxonomies. So we're moving into a foreign area, and we've never really taught this, in this kind of media or in a media that doesn't require the people being there. So this is going to be a little more instructional. We'll probably try to do it in 9 parts. So for those who are really interested in learning about this, I would really ask you to take out a pencil and paper, pen and paper, and follow along, starting with a 0. 0, be everything. And now as we go into number 1 of that numbering system, we move into the outside of the 0. We start explaining what the influences are. Now remember, we're talking about the natural world here, and we're not talking about anything else. We're just looking for the common functions. And you can call it a face if you want to deitize something or create a personality out of it, and that's fine and good. But know what the commonality is so you can see how that function happens in the natural world when it's being governed by wilder laws. So that's the first part of our opening. We'll move on to part 1 in just a moment. So as always, maybe something to it.